Good afternoon, all. This is Grey Wolf with Grey Wolf's Gaming Corner, and today I wanted to do another MTG video on one of my decks. And the reason for that is I know I haven't been doing as much tanks content the last couple of days. I've been a little sick, and then also just tanks has been really toxic for me the last few days. I did purchase the T22 at the auction. I do plan to do a video on that. I've had some good games in it. I've had some really terrible games in it. But in general, my sessions have been terrible in World of Tanks recently. I will admit it, way below even my current rating. So it's just been, I don't know why I've been getting a lot of games where it's a 15-2 loss or something like that, and you're one of the last guys left on the game in the game. There's just nothing you can do. So my damage has been abysmally low. It's just been really sad and really frustrating. So I've just been stepping away from it a little bit to clear the toxic out of the air. And that's one of the reasons, like I said before, World of Tanks is something that I do occasionally. It is not something I engage in every day. If I did, I probably would literally go insane. So for today, I wanted to look at one of these decks that I put together. And this is a deck that many of you will already be familiar with, because I'm sure at some point, if you play MTG Arena, you've probably built a Brawl deck around this guy or thought about it. And I actually have a real-life Commander deck based on Gonti, and I also have this deck in game. And Gonti's ability is when Gonti, Lord of Luxury, enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of target opponent's library, exile one of them face down, then put the rest on the bottom of that library in a random order. You may cast that card, the exiled card, for as long as it remains exiled, and mana of any type can be spent to cast that spell. So the name of the game with Gonti is basically I get to play other people's decks. And not only do I get to play other people's decks, I get to take other people's cards. And sometimes I just want to take the cards away from them so they don't have those options. So this is a kind of a griefer's deck in that regard, in that it really can be unfun to play against, but it's a lot of fun to play. And if you're trying to get to 15 wins for the day, this thing can get it done. So I've got some stuff in here. It's kind of a mixed bag, right? Because at the end of the day, really what you're trying to do is take some of their cards. You're trying to recur Gonti as much as you can to the battlefield. So you have a lot of things in here like feign death. Until the end of turn, creature gains. When this creature dies, return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner control with a 1/1 counter on it. And a lot of times what I'll do with Gonti is once he's out, I will feign attacking him with him, and I'll keep some of these instants in reserve. And when I attack, somebody will block. He's a 2/3 death touch. They'll block with something bigger. He'll kill it. And at the same time, I'll cast my instant before damage is applied, and he will just come back to the battlefield and exile another one of their cards. And there's 2 reasons why his effect works so well. One is you get to cast whatever in that top 4 that's good that comes up. And then the other thing is you might get 3 or 4 really good, really key cards from that person's deck with that exile ability that pop up, the top 4 cards. Well, you take one of them, right? But those other cards are put on the bottom of the library. So if they need that card in this game, it's a 100-card deck game. Chances are they're not going to get that card again in this game because their deck has just shuffled that down to the bottom because of Gonti's effect. So it's very useful in like just dismantling somebody's strategy because, they could, based on what they're going to pull, you can completely screw that up because you can change their pull rate completely. If somebody's got a lot of card draw, it can help against this, but it doesn't completely eliminate the effect because they don't know what 4 cards you're going to get. And chances are there's going to be something they want in that top 4 cards. So that's just kind of how I play it. I've got creatures in here that support it. I've got Bitter Blossom to create plenty of sack fodder because there's stuff in here like Vampiric Rites that helps me draw cards and gain life off of sacrifice. I can also sacrifice Gonti to this, which is nice. I'm running stuff like Pilfer, so I can steal additional cards from their deck. And one of the reasons I'm running that is because I have things that benefit from that card theft. So I have things like Turgid in here to help grab those cards back out of the graveyard and put them in under me. I have things like Virtue of Persistence. Once that's out, I can pull cards out of the graveyard. So putting stuff into people's graveyards, making them discard, is a really good thing for me. And then I even have I do have Tiny Bones in here as well, of course. Because why? Because Tiny Bones, if they discard a card, I draw a card and I lose 1 life. In addition, if they have no cards in hand, I can hit them with 6 and hit their life total for 10. And it's a 20, in Brawl, they only have 25, so it's almost half their life. If Raven Man's out, every time they discard, I'm creating a Raven, which, yeah, they're not that useful, but they're kind of nice to have out. And I can create additional card discard if I have the mana for it with his ability. So there's a lot of good stuff here. A lot of good, like, sack outlets to create mana. I'm running Necropotence because Necropotence is just awesome. You can just fill your hand with cards each turn if you need to. So a lot of trading life, a lot of trading creatures for advantage. The deck just works. I mean, if you get Shieldred out at the same time as you're getting these card draw effects going, you can literally be paying a life, drawing a card, and then getting 2 life back. So there's like a positive life gain with card draw with no downside. So it's just a really effective mono black just grind engine that just really pisses people off and wins games. A lot of times people will just not even want to play against this. They'll just say, you know what, I'm not gonna do it. And they'll just immediately concede and just leave. So I really like this deck. I have a lot of fun playing it. We'll play a few rounds of it today just to see what we can do. But I kind of wanted to go through the deck, kind of show you guys what's in here, what we're playing with. Let's see. Let's go ahead and jump in and see what we can do.
You have 2 ranks, one for constructed and one for limited.
We're gonna go ahead
Your
and grab the
constructed
Gonti
rank
deck,
is affected by ranked gains.
and let's see what we can do. This could be tough. Tom Bombadil could be a tough opponent. Ooh, it's gonna be really hard to turn down Necropotence. I think we're gonna go ahead and run with this. Go ahead and get that Arcane Signet out. You want to get Gonti down as quick as possible. So we'll probably play him first. Though in Tom Bombadil deck, chances are we're just going to get some Sagas. Which is kind of a downer a little bit. Oh. You know what? This kind of goes along with our theme. Let's do that. Okay, let's see here. I would love to have had another swamp, because this makes my play a little bit harder. I think I'm gonna cast next one. attack with Gonti, I think. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cards in hand. So we'll activate this a couple of times. See if we get a swamp. Nope. Glad I got Necropotence out. We're a little short on land. Man, Xander's Lounge, the sound effects are so loud. It's about blew my eardrums. Add 1 mana of any color, so he's got something he wants to cast for 2 mana. We'll just let him do it. That's the case. Nope, he's not. I figured he would have been using that better, but I guess not. So, what do we do here? Vicious Rumors? I guess we could do Vicious Rumors. Hold on 1 second, guys. I think I got somebody at the door. Okay, we're good. Tommy War. That's fair. Yay, I got a swamp. Okay. Alright, let's put Undying Malice on you. Let's put this down. Decline. We'll hit him in the face. And then we'll steal another one of his cards. This seems more useful because I don't have a lot of enchantment spells. really don't want to discard any of these. I guess I'll just get rid of the... These guys are running a lot of removal for a Tom Bombadil deck. Alright, let's see. I guess you're going to become my bruiser, Gonti. Put them on the top or bottom of your library. Well, I kind of need the swamps. Attack again. Because he's got that touch, dude. So I got some options here. The One Ring would give me card draw. And I have exactly 6 mana. Let's do this first. Just I don't think he's gonna block. Oh, creatures. Nope. Tom Bombadil. Very interesting. Because I can Me-Hook Massacre for the whole battlefield next round. And then One Ring after that. I think I've got this locked down pretty good, but I don't know. Someone's got his hand. Get to hit me in the face. Yeah, do that one. You have your wall back. Take action. I got 2 cards. And then we will move up for exactly 2. Steal that. We'll steal that. So as you guys can see, you know, I stole Iconic Rift from this guy. I stole a lot of stuff. And he's gonna get some stuff out of this, but and I'm gonna have to discard a card, but so is he. Discard this demonic gifts. I kind of want to keep Body Launderer. I've got a Cyclonic Rift in a minute. I think here when he pops Top Bombadil. Satisfying, but it's gonna feel a little dirty, I guess. Yeah, that was fun. I'll admit it. That was fun. Transfer the boots, and then we're gonna tell this gentleman, good game. Decided to quit. So there it is, guys. That's how it's done. That's how the old Gonti deck plays. Like, you can even kill your own commander if you need to and make it work. But I really like playing this deck. It's extremely dirty, admittedly. But come on, let's be honest, guys. Arena, when you're up against things like Atraxa and Atali and Elish Norn, I mean, there's nothing all that dirty about this, right? Even the way I have it set up here. I mean, let's be honest. People in this game, it's pretty cheap. So this is a consistent deck. It's not fast. It will win games if it's left out long enough, but it's not fast. And in my opinion, for the most part, it's pretty fair the way I have it set up here. I do have the one ring in here just because I feel like if you're not running that right now, it's kind of a disadvantage. Just with how good that card is. I didn't even use it in that game, as you guys saw, but I could have. But that's all I got for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care.